Greetings to the video. Today, this morning, we are in Wales. We are going to be doing about 110k loop, including Wales's highest paved road, which is called HELLFIRE Pass. I'd never heard of it, well I had heard of it, but I didn't realise it was going to be in this route. It was very last minute. Greg, he was going to come and do this loop and I didn't even realise, and he mentioned it about 9 o'clock last night. I'm like, oh, maybe I'll come out and ride it with you. So that is what we're doing. And then I always get a bit panicked when it's a climb that I've not done and it's called HELLFIRE Pass. I was like, I need to have a look at what this is. So I got on like Strava segments and I was like looking at it, looking at all the data around it. I was like, it looks bloody brutal. I mean, it's Wales's highest paved road. So Sarah, who is actually Welsh, to pronounce that, how do you say it?
Balcagroes.
Balcagroes.
And it's
Balcagroes. And it's up by Dinas. Let's go see.
Yeah.
I'm going to drive up there.
And you've plotted this route and the climb is right at the very end. Like, it's right at the end.
Right at the very end. There's another one after that.
Oh, I wish I'd known. Oh my God, Sarah. We've been set off for about 5 minutes. And the first field we come to, there must have been 500 sheep in it, all barting. Is that how you say it? Barting? Bah! All running across the... I've never seen sheep run so fast. So I guess welcome to Wales. This is amazing.
You ain't seen nothing yet.
God. I'm scared.
You ain't ready, bro.
So we're heading towards Snowdonia and honestly that view, oh, I just love like big open hills, moorland and mountains. Look down there. I mean, I don't think much of these stone walls. It's not Yorkshire, but look at that. Oh, wow. This road is amazing. And it's actually the first time I think I've ever had sun in Wales. Every time I've ever been to Wales, it's just tipped it down. Hiya. So yeah, this is, I feel like I'm in for a bit of a treat. So, Wales is pretty hilly, isn't it? We've done 60k and about 1400 metres. It's just phenomenal. Greg, this climb is awesome. Like, you've picked a stonker.
This climb coming up now.
Yeah?
If we were coming this way, you would have loved it.
Really?
Loved it. Yeah, it's better. This side of it's better.
Oh, well look at it!
Yeah.
We are just about to go up HELLFIRE Pass. Actually, we're just hanging around the toilets waiting to go up. But I just wanted to just come and chat to you before I go up, because you might see all these climbs and stuff I do and not think that I ever get, well, you might know that I get scared at stuff, or like, not scared, I just get like a little bit nervous when it's a climb that I've not done before. And because this one is like just got such a reputation, I'm just, I'm a little bit nervous. And so I thought I would share with you what I actually do before I'm going to go and do like a new hard climb. So the first thing I do is I do a bit of Strava stalking. So basically I go onto Strava, find the segment for it, and then what I'll do is kind of like analyse where the really steep sections are of it, just so that I've got an idea. Sorry, it's really windy. Let me bob behind this bush. God, that looks weird, doesn't it? Just hiding behind a bush. So yeah, I'll try and find like where the really steep sections are, so I kind of know, is a steep section going to be at the start of the segment? Is it going to be in the middle of it or the end? So I can kind of prepare myself so I know what's coming. And then what I'll do is I will then go onto leaderboards, look who around me, people who have done it, so people I'm following, people I've ridden with, friends, and kind of gauge how long it's going to take me. So you can kind of see like people that you know are faster than you or that you're a little bit quicker than. You can kind of compare, you know, just so you can know and prepare yourself just for how long it's going to take. And then the last thing I do is I will get it on Strava segments. I will do actually a separate video on, live segments, because a lot of you are like, oh, how did you get it on? It's like, I've got it on my Wahoo. It is the easiest thing ever. But basically, I get the live segment on my Wahoo so that when we start, I know where it starts and I know how long's left. And some people don't like knowing how long there is left on a climb, but for me, like, I do like to know. So that is what I do. Are you ready to go up the climb?
No. Yeah. No, I'm really scared. I don't know. What if I fall off?
Okay, let's go. Oh shit. Thank you. It's got to be here somewhere, hasn't it? Woo! Can you believe I did it though? I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I can't even like put into words how long the steep bit of this. I'm going to leave the Strava segment in the link in the description box, so you go and have a look at it. It is ridiculous. And one little tip that I actually do when I'm on like a steep climb, I don't know why I did this. I think I used to do it when I was running. Maybe it's like a running tip. I count my pedal strokes to 50. So I just basically just count to 50, and then if I'm still climbing, I'll count to another 50. It's something to like take your mind off what you're doing. Does that make sense? But I think I must have counted to 50 like 6 times or something. It was ridiculous, like how long it was. But oh, look at it. It is, I just feel, I don't know. I think I always get like panicky, but because I knew that the steep bit was, like if I'd not have known that and checked it, for me anyway, it might have caught me out and been like, oh, what's this steep bit? How long does this go on? But because I kind of knew where the steep bit was coming and that it was towards the end, it was just good. And obviously having Strava live segments, I love it. I think it's so useful, especially for climbing. Yeah, that's just something that kind of helps me on new climbs. So I think we're going to have a beautiful descent. Like, look at this weather. It's just, we are so lucky with it. Oh, it is. Oh, this is why I like riding my bike. Okay, we will see you in a little bit, but this is just so beautiful. Oh. I know I keep saying it, but this route is just so beautiful and remote and hilly.
Let's all stand like Katie.
Do I actually sound? Do I actually? Well done on the route.
I'm really pleased you liked it.
I loved it.
Really pleased.
And I got up the climb.
As if there was ever any doubt.
Well, there definitely was any doubt. I was cacking it before we got there.
Next time, I'm going to go out to the coast.
Coasty.
Yeah.
Mountains
We're not-
and sea
We're going to be a
views.
bit coasted out, mate.
We're not coasted out.
We're a bit coasted out.
Yeah.
Are you a bit coasted out, Greg? That was such a good ride, and I think for me anyway, like using the segments in that way just gives me like a lot more confidence to kind of know what I'm getting myself in for. So I just think that's a really good way for you if you're wanting, because I know a lot of you ask me like, how do you then like build up to different climbs, and that's like the perfect way to do it. Also as well, like I think with segments you can when you're searching like on the map, you can actually change the category, so it goes from 4, then it goes 3, 2, 1 and HC, and that varies on how difficult the climb is. I think it takes into account the grade and the length, so HC being the hardest and 4 being the least. So that's another way you can do it as well. Also, the other way that I use segments is excuse me, is to get fitter. Maybe you don't know, maybe you've not watched my videos for that long, but I basically, I'm not saying built all my fitness based on, I did really based on like one segment. So when I first got into riding, I did the explore thing on Strava and found this one climb, Duff Stones, and I just loved it. That's the first proper climb that I ever really did near where I lived. And I just kept going back, getting fit, and my goal with that segment was just to get a better time on it. And so I just kept going back, and just aiming to get quicker. And then eventually my goal was to get the QOM, and I got it last year. So I think that's another way you can use them, but I think they are just genius. I think it's so, I get a lot of value from them, and for me I find it such a good training tool for scoping out new climbs, getting fitter, and like testing like myself, I guess, against myself to try and get a better time. So yeah, that is pretty much it for this video. So thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you've done this climb, because it was an absolute brute, and I will see you next video.
Really massive glove, isn't it? It's big as my foot.
Who has got hands that big?
Somebody's got a hand as big as a foot.
I met a dog in Africa. He's got bigger feet than me.
That is...